Hello and welcome to Virtualize Everything. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to get ESPHome set up and running with Home Assistant. There's probably a few other tutorials available for this, but this will be the first time that I'll be doing it, and I thought I'd take you along with me. Audio check. So we've already gone ahead and followed my tutorials for installing Home Assistant, and I've done some other setup here on my Home Assistant. So after we've logged in, you'll see a screen like this. We're going to head to Settings, and we're going to go to Add-ons. Here at the Add-ons page, we're going to go here to Add-on Store, and here we're going to search for ESP, and we'll find the ESP device builder. Let's go ahead and click on that, just as I have done here, and we should see a page that looks like this. Then we'll go ahead and press Install and let this process finish. It should take a few minutes. Once this process finishes, we can go ahead and hit Start, and ESPHome should start up. Let's take a few clicks around, see if we can figure out if this is communicating on port or if this is going to change our dashboard for Home Assistant in some way. Here at this screen, according to the documentation, after we've started it, we can just go ahead and press Open Web UI. Once we've pressed Open Web UI, we'll be able to start interacting with ESPHome. It's going to be important to note, depending on how Home Assistant is hosted, you may have some more configuration steps. I will take you through the steps that are required if ESPHome and Home Assistant are hosted on a Proxmox server. So once you have your ESP plugged into your system, you're going to have to make sure that it's exposed to your VM in the case of Proxmox. So here what's happening is we have Home Assistant running inside of a virtual machine on a server. So at our Proxmox web interface, we're going to need to expose that USB port that is connected to that ESP32 to our VM. We're going to do that by heading to our web interface if you haven't already done so, and we're going to click on Hardware. Here at Hardware, we're going to click on Add, and then we're going to go USB device. Now, we have a few different ways of mapping and handling USB devices here inside of Proxmox. The first one is we can go through a whole set of steps to map a device and give it a name. Now, if you're going to be continuously using a device with your Proxmox setup, this would be highly suggested. The next one is going to be with vendor ID and device ID. And this is also another highly suggested technique for if you were doing this on a regular type instance where this particular device is going to be connected to this VM all of the time. Now, my first choice would be to map it. My second choice would be vendor ID and device ID. But since this device is going to be used once for programming and then isn't really going to be used again, I'm actually going to choose USB port. And what this is going to do is allow me to select a particular USB port, pass it through to this particular Home Assistant VM, and then any other device that I want to plug in, I can actually plug into this USB port on my server, and Home Assistant will automatically see it. So we'll choose Use USB port, select the drop down, and then this is going to be the Silicon Labs device right here. So we'll go ahead and check it, and then we're going to hit Add. Now that that's happened, we don't have our USB device in orange writing. So generally that means that we should be able to communicate with this particular USB device inside of the VM right away. So let's head back to the Home Assistant web interface and see if we can get some type of communication. So here at the Home Assistant interface, let's go ahead and hit New Device and hit Continue. New Device Setup, Import from File, Empty Configuration. Let's do New Device Setup. We'll give it a name. It's going to ask for a network name and password. We're probably going to want to give it that information as well. Audio test. So once we've entered our Wi-Fi information, we're presented with a screen that looks like so. From my understanding, the device we're going to be adding is going to be a classic ESP32. So I'm going to choose this device. You may want to choose a different device depending on your project. So please choose correct. From the configuration here, it looks like we will need this encryption key in order to work with Home Assistant. So let's go ahead and just make sure we copy this and save it in a notepad or a text file for later on. And then we can go ahead, press install, and see if this whole setup works. Pressing install gives us the option of a few different things: wirelessly, plugged into the computer, running ESP device builder, or manual download. So from these options, since we're on Home Assistant and inside of a Proxmox server, I'm going to go ahead and choose the option that says USB to server, because this best describes what we're going to. So let's go ahead and click on that, and it says no serial device found. This list automatically refreshes if you plug one in. So let's just go to back and plugged into this computer and see if everything works correctly. I'll be back with you to let you know the results when the download finishes. Okay, so I did let my ESPHome server run for a little while with whatever that preparing to download screen was, and I found out that wasn't probably the way I wanted to. So I went over to my Proxmox web interface and I shut down Home Assistant fully, and then I booted Home Assistant back. Once I did that, I went back to my ESPHome screen through the View UI button, just like we did the first time. And although I've tried this, let's take the steps and see where we're at. So we have our master bedroom radio that we created earlier, and clicking on these dots we can press install, and we're going to then go ahead and choose USB from server like we originally did. This time it shows up, so let's go ahead and try to actually connect to this and see if we can get this installed. This says it'll take several minutes, so I'll be back with you when this finishes. Okay, so it does look like we were indeed able to install ESPHome on this ES32 through ESPHome and Home Assistant running on Proxmox. At this point, I'm going to conclude this video because any project that we do from this point here on out is going to be a little bit more custom than just trying to get ESPHome up and running on our Proxmox server. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of a different style, but please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to Virtualize Everything to help us continue to grow. Have a good night.